the best one and lead them to the corner every time.
He has gone. Now, what that's going to do, Storno, it's going to put a huge amount of pressure on the boys on the inside of him.
Well, yeah, but Pecky's still got to stay out there in 3.
He's got to give him a lane.
He's got to leave him room to race. As you can see, he can be first off the dock, but all of a sudden it's not paying for him. But
right, so now it's all bets are off. If you've got enough coverage, so 3 boat lengths, 2.5 boat lengths, you can come across and take the racing line. Not always an advantage if it's going to mean that you've got to drive through dirty water and turbulent air behind these boats. So these Opties through this Wagga Wagga Boat Club straight, they're going to be winding up to about 115, 118 miles an hour.
This is Kuznetsov and Grant Trask.
And look at this, gunnel to gunnel.
Traski's on the inside, Kuznetsov's on the outside. They've kept it corner very neat and tidy. There's 6 inches play in there. Yeah. If you want.
Mate, there is no way that Grant Trask was going to back out of that one, and I think Chris knew that.
No, well, Trasky, let's not forget, he's about to go over and rub shoulders with the best in the world, and he's on the World Series starting in 3 weeks in Portugal. Big
moment there for the Octane Racing and TBR race machine. Gavin was looking up the inside, and Matty said, no, thank you, I'll take that line, and rightfully did so. So now to the right-hand dogleg, you can see Gavin Bricker trying to move up the inside, and I think he's put a number on him there. He's got a better run. So will he take the inside line into that top turn, boy, for position 3?
Grant Trask is absolutely smoking this course.
Have a look at this boat fly. This is a 200 horsepower Optimax.
Oh, hang on, he's buttoned out.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
The commentator's curse, Storno. You've given it to him.
Grant.
Kill
he's
switch.
Just practicing a dock start.
Kill switch.
It was a kill switch come out, so now what can he do? He's racing from behind.
And who has seen the light? It's Octane Racing. Matty Pecker's gone, hello, son. You might be a world champion in other parts, but right now you're in my crosshairs. And Gavin Bricker doing it very, very tough out the back here. You see he's gone wide looking for clean water and trying to change his line. Have a look at him come across here on...
Well, I think this is one that Kuznetsov would not have dreamt of yesterday when he woke up, that he'll come down here with some of the best Opties in the country and be leading one with Grant Trask and Gavin Bricker at the back of the field. I mean, who would have believed that?
I wouldn't have picked that at all. So it'd be interesting. We'll try and catch Gavin after this, but he's working real hard there. You can see the boat really unsettled there through that top turn for Gavin. But have a look at this. Out in front, Chris Kuznetsov, the sports film machine.
Yeah, affectionately known as Cut Your Nuts Off. He's very, very good drive there as he comes through.
Flux capacitor on the road. I can tell you how much of the team crews down here with their headsets wanting to say to him, you've got half a lap.
Oh, no, don't forget he's tied up with Bailey. So, he nearly put it over.
He
lifted the left-hand sponson and nearly rolled it, but he's got it all back together. That will only come about from probably going a little bit too slow on the lead out, but he's got it all together now as Grant Trask. He's just not making an inroad at the moment, but the race really is at the back between Matty Peck and the boss.
Tell you what, Gav really lost drive out of that corner then, and it really opened up the gap for Matty Peck.
Grant Trask is off once again. He wants to play with someone else this time.
He does. He wants to pick up these back markers.
So there's obviously got an issue there. I don't know Peter Evans where he is, but he'll be... They've gone round. He's got it going once again now. We're going to have Trask coming through the back of the pack. My God.
In the meantime, Chris Kuznetsov, thank you very much. It's got to be an electrical issue with that boat. It has to be electrical to be shutting down and then running again, but he's turned the boat now towards the inside of the course. The caution flags are up because we've got a boat on course that is not circulating at race pace.
Grant's in actual fact, it looks like he's driving in off the course, so he's still under power, but it's something not playing right. He might have fuel pumping around inside the cell like I have. Okay, it's all Chris Kuznetsov now in the sports film outfit. It's a beautiful drive up front. It's one I didn't pick, and I don't know what's happened to Bricker, because down at Mulwala, Bricker did to everybody what Kuznetsov's doing now.
Absolutely right, and he did that to Matty Peck as well. It's not as though he's in a different field here. Sure, Chris wasn't there, but yeah, the Bricker Marine Racing machine is just not looking like it's sorted right now. So.
How quick is that Mulgard off the dock, though?
Yeah, it was a beautiful start.
Fast.
Beautiful start.
And Kuznetsov, he's flying it for the old blokes. Good on you, Chris. He's got more grey hairs than me. Yes. We'll have to get onto some of that Grecian.
The Grecian 2000. All right, Grant Trask, he's got the cockpit open, standing up in the boat, so he's all systems okay on board that boat. bit of work to be done in the GTR pits. Obviously, he's running that, but in the Formula One as well.
Running Formula Ones as well. So
fingers crossed it is an electrical gremlin that they can find.
Well, I see Peter Evans is down here on the beach, and he has not got a headset on, so no radio. Evo doesn't know what's going on either. So we know as much as the rest of the crew, but unfortunately, a problem.
How many laps are we?
It's a big.
How many laps? All right, so the other thing with these Formula powerboat races, they're quite long races. So this, tunnel boat racing has been an endurance sport for quite some time. They're not short sprints.
But having said that, they've cut them back. They used to be 40 and 50 lappers.
Correct.
Now they're 10 and 50. I think the last one of the weekend is normally about 15. As Greg Banks now and Glenn just running up another engine. They hurt one this morning. I think they're up to about 35 engines in the last 6 months.
Yep, so brand new power head on.
They've got a problem. They found a faulty fuel pump the other day. They had a lock bearing and it was probably nipping the engines, but they did one this morning in practice, so I don't know what the problem is.
Here's Chris Kuznetsov, the sports film machine, just driving beautiful lines, knows he's not under pressure, and that's just an absolutely beautiful turn through there, turn one.
The boat sits absolutely magnificent, that thing.
The Denley's Trading turn 2. There's going to be a lot of action there when these F1 boys get out there into Denley's Trading turn 1 and 2. And then, of course, the Beasley Racing dogleg turn is going to be a big deciding point for a lot of these guys, whether they hold their line or back it up.
Yeah, well, Beasley Racing with Ron is starting with Ron. I mean, they're up to 4 or 5 generations of racers now, and they're into the juniors. So to the Beasley family, thank you, Ron and Kath and the rest of the crew. We do appreciate your support.
Yep.
Like just watching Bricker when he's going up this, what we call the bridge end turn here, when they go from the pit end to across. This boat is very ugly.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Storno. I'm not sure whether there's a height issue.
Very ugly, mate. It's dancing.
Yeah, he's really fighting it at the wheel. Now, this boat's fitted with power steering. It's not a fatigue thing from the driver that we're seeing, but the boat is just not. It's just not balanced. I'm
thinking he may have lost a trim. He's pushing a big tail there, and when he gets going, then he's got to just get out of it. There's no trim attitude on the tail. So I'm thinking he may have done a trim issue or something, because if you look at it, there is no movement on the engine. So I think Bricker may have done a trim.
You can see a big step there in that the corner. So yeah, something's not right. He's potentially driving the boat at one angle, so he's not able to trim the boat in or out to adjust his attitude. He's just using feathering the throttle to try and get that done, which at this pointy end, as the yellow flag flies for the sports film machine for their last lap.
I'm pretty sure Kuznetsov says, about time.
Yeah, he'll be breathing pretty hard in the cockpit there.
Trust me, he's not being pushed, but he would be pushing himself, and that's hard work. It is hard work out there.
Yeah, and we saw that obviously with Jace Heaney as he wanders through as well.
Look at his lap times. Look at it.
We've just got some unofficial lap times here, but Chris Kuznetsov, 53.7, 53.08, 53.2, 53.7, 53.9, Storno.
Very consistent.
Just consistently on the money. So we can see this F1 boat down here with this new power head.
Yeah.
So the boys are doing what we call a load wheel. So obviously there's no propeller on that boat. They put a disc wheel on the back to put some load on it, and then they can rev it up. But just trying to run this engine in.
Well, it's got running a lot of oil through it, so I'd say they're bedding it in.
So while we looked away for a split second, I think the sports film machine, Chris Kuznetsov, has taken the checkered flag, and a great result for Matty Peck in Octane Racing.
Yeah, true right. Actually, I think Matty Peck would rather have had somebody between himself and Bricker